hopefully be getting these map bans going right now. We'll move on.
Right. There's not a whole lot of history that I know about molecular, but I think I'm gonna go with cafe. They're gonna ban next. How is the link wrong? If they banned, how is the link wrong? I'm having all sorts of trouble. I apologize. Okay. Who needs All right. And I apologize greatly for that. We had some mix ups here. And so we are going to go ahead and go to theme park now. And so that will be the map to be played tonight versus these two teams. Team Rose versus Molecular on theme park.
And here we go. So Molecular is starting on the attack here. What kind of bans do you expect to come out from this?
As far as bands, I think we'll probably see some pretty common ones. We might even see a mute or a bandit for that the inner wall there. Definitely, that one was expected as well. The Thatcher being banned by Team Rose, obviously very effective on a lot of maps. But I definitely expect uh, probably, like I said, the Mira, and then also a mute or a bandit. There's the Capitao as well from Molecular.
Capita coming out. He definitely denies that bandit trick. I'm wondering if we're going to see a Kaid ban here. If Kaid gets banned, it definitely limits the possibilities for keeping these wall closed. And no, first ban will be Mira. It'll be Team Rose in the defense. So, I mean, if they ban the Kaid, like I said, that limits the possibility. But they're going to lock it in real quick, and we are going to see a Maestro ban.
A Maestro.
So that leaves Maverick on the board. That leaves both Kaid, Bandit, and Mute for any walls that are trying to stay closed or anything. So this is going to be an interesting game.
Definitely, and I'm not so big on why Rose decided to go with the Maestro pick instead of the either the Bandit or the Kaid pick. I understand that they are on defense first, and that's probably why. But we are going to see the Mute being played by All Star there, and they are going to go into the throne room first. That was the specific site that I was thinking of when I thought that they might ban the Mute or here the Kaid or Bandit as well.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, they're only bringing the Mute. They're not bringing the Kaid. They're not bringing the Bandit. Only the Mute for that wall to now. So it looks like they're not really, I guess, trying to too hard to keep these walls closed. And then in terms of the Maestro ban, Echo is soft banned, so it looks like they're just eliminating any type of standard intel gain with both the Echo and the Maestro now being off the board. Really only leaves a Valk in terms of placeable intel that you have besides bulletproof cameras maybe from a dock. Well, they don't even have any bulletproof cams. They're playing a very low intel game. So we'll see how it plays out here for them.
You hear Team Rose gonna go and obviously reinforce those first two walls, one going into back Dragon Hallway, the other one into barrels here. Those are the two walls that normally when you're on this site, you can give a very big sight line open if both of those walls are open. And so we're going to see them reinforce. That's pretty common. I wouldn't expect anybody to definitely keep those open. And that is a full team push here into Cafe. It looks like they're going to try to get into from Molecular.
I have to say, that's quite a sight, seeing 5 operators sprinting up some stairs with the intent on taking this position.
Definitely. They're all fully into Cafe now. Here, Daddy Satan here on the yellow stairs. Tara working her way back as the Vigil, going to probably try to set up a crossfire for Molecular. They do know they're up here inside of Cafe.
And as I just showed, the Mute isn't in any position really to throw.
And there comes Daddy Satan.
Oh.
And Daddy Satan takes 2 now. That's a double kill, taking down Very and Krill. Trying to find one across the wall. Tara's going to do some crossfire work. There's Tara taking down 1. Daddy Satan taking down another. But Link finding that Jaeger on the stairs now. He needs to find the Vigil upstairs. But Tara's going to work her way back downstairs saying, nope, I don't need to take that gunfight. We've taken enough. And Link's now in a 1v4 situation. So she's going to rotate right back down with that Vigil and can join back with her team.
So I just realized that it is Daddy Satan. I never realized that's what the name was.
It is. It is Daddy Satan, I believe, being played by Bailey Kay is her name.
And we see Link here just taking a tactical timeout. That 5-man push into Cafe didn't really go the way they planned, and so they're taking a second to think about it.
Definitely, we might see a gunfight here if Link jumps in that door. He is going to, and Tara's going to take him right out, taking down the last member of Molecular and securing round 1 for their team. And that was, we thought Molecular might be able to do something with a 5-man squad there in Cafe, but it wasn't happening. Vigil and Jaeger kind of just turned that right around on them and held some really good crossfires there on that top floor.
They held the crossfires and just shut it down completely. They had, I think it was 2 people who were trying to push the Jaeger on the yellow stairs, and the Jaeger just won out the gunfight, and then the IQ swung late trying to get the refrag again, and they just didn't win their gunfights there at all, and they didn't push the aggressive. They kind of held back. They were reserved once they got into Cafe, and just kind of stalled out, allowed their defenders to get in that position to establish that crossfire, and yeah, they won the gunfights as well. That's a huge part of it.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Here, so now Team Rose is going to elect to come up here onto the second floor, and they are going to looks like push a little bit there into Cash. You see the Jaeger now reinforcing off of Cash wall. That's going to keep any of those gunshots coming in through balcony as well. And I wonder how Molecular is going to decide to push this one. We did see them when they were downstairs in Throne push up and have a full 5-man squad, like we mentioned, fully into Cafe there on the top. Didn't try to push barrels, didn't try to push the back Dragon hallway with utility, tried to open any walls with Maverick or anything like that. So I'm interested to see how they're going to try to push this one, if they might do it the same way.
Well, already we see him coming in from the other side, so that's a change. They have 4 people here. I'm not sure where their 5th is, but they're instantly going to open up this control hatch with Krill using one of his impacts already. Not even a breaching charge or anything going off. And in fact, Maverick can even open the hatches. Use a little bit of his canister. And they do have the thermite, so
definitely we do see Kelly here trying to get into that. She's going to drone out that Cash there. Like I said, we saw the Jaeger reinforce off that wall. And now Krill here for Moleculars placing that Claymore there, trying to get up top. But he's now in. The rest of his team's still outside, but Kelly's now into, it looks like Cash as well. Good use of drone work here from Molecular so far.
Definitely a lot of heavy droning, making sure everything's properly cleared out and safe for them to move in. You still have While I'm Emily here playing in the waiting room, and that poses a pretty real threat to Silver and anything potentially they're wanting to set up there. Hello, what are you doing here? This is going to thermite the soft wall, and that's going to open part of the hard wall as well, which will allow them to shoot the meat chamber, or at least try to get a drone past it, and then it'll push out Emily from the waiting room as well.
They're very in the back, but there's Krill taking down Tara from Rose, and she's down now in, I believe that's underneath, right underneath the site there. And Daddy Satan taking down Kelly, now taking her 4th kill in 2 rounds. And there's Ash. While I'm gonna go down, taking down the Ash. While I'm taking 2, taking down Link as well. That's a double kill. Daddy Satan taking a 2nd kill for her as well. And that's gonna be a Team Rose as Wyline finds a 3K on this round, taking down the last member of Molecular. And once again, just Rose dominating this performance in the first 2 rounds so far.
Definitely. One thing I want to point out as well, they had the Maverick, and so they could have opened a little hole to get the meat jammer off, but Instead, the Maverick, I think, pushed up long or to initiation. I'm not sure exactly where. Instead of trying to use the utility to get that wall open. So it was a smart play by them, by the attack. some nice little chat in there. It was a smart play for them to get the side of the wall, and that allowed them to open up a little bit of the hard wall using that little thermite bug there that they have. Been in the game forever, as far as I can tell. So they maybe could have done something to get the meat jammer off of that, but I mean, that office wall not getting open, that forced them to push through the doorways and the hallways, and that was really, I mean, if you're pushing through doorways against the defense, you're going to lose. So that office wall was crucial, and it was not perfect.
Definitely. So for Team Rose, now up 2-0, they're going to elect and to go into that office/vault, and I can't actually remember what the other one is.
So this is office and initiation.
Initiation, that's what it is. I do remember now. This map gets away from me a little bit. Theme Park's not one that I normally play, if I can help it. But they're going to go ahead and elect to go back up here to second floor as well for their third round, hoping to put 3-0 against Molecular. And Molecular now pushing up onto the balcony here by Cash, just as we saw them do before. So we'll see if the drone work comes out. There's Link going to be droning out as well, and they definitely need to find some adjustment in their push style here.
They have no breaching charges, so they will have to use some sort of other utility if they want to get that hatch open.
Heavy droning coming out here from Molecular as we are on board with Tara here. She's playing the Goyo, sitting in that initiation and waiting room, and just waiting for Molecular to come in. All 5 members of Molecular, they are pushing hard, 5 members, and one of them watching the rotation. Is she going to find it? She is. She's going to peek above. She's going to find the Ash. She's not going to be able to, unfortunately, get the Ash, as Krill will take down Tara, getting the trade-off for his team. Link's now planting the bomb, actually, in initiation. They're all fully on into initiation. They have full control of site and control room as well. And here they're going to have to do something, but Link's going to take out Autumn as she tries to rotate into the site, take down somebody. There's one around the corner. Jaeger won't see her, but that's Krill with a triple kill now, taking down All-Star as well. Here we see Wildlime trying to get that Claymore out. She needs to get it if she's going to be able to rotate. She is able to win the gunfight on IQ, but she's now the only one left as Very's down, and there's 2 members of Molecular, but Molecular's going to take it. That was a good push there from Molecular, taking on into control room, taking the site really quickly, taking down Tara right away behind that shield. They only traded out 1 member of their team in order to get that kill. Ash was able to come up with it, and that was a good adjustment there by Molecular, taking their first round.
Yeah, and it looks like, unfortunately, Team Rose had some issues with the Discord and communication on the team. Maybe the round might have gone differently, so if Tara had been able to talk, but I guess not. Well, regardless of what that is, that's the first round there for Molecular. That was like we saw in the first one, that was a 5-man, a heavy, aggressive, fast push. You know, they did the initial joining, they figured out where site was, where some of the players were. They saw that there was a fairly weak presence inside of initiation. They saw that the back wall was completely reinforced, and so they were able to, and they called for it, and it was a good call to just push it. All 5 of us, go. There's 1 person in initiation, and they managed to win out the gunfight. And, take control, get the plant down, and then hold down after that. So, good call by Molecular, and good drone work to realize that that they could take advantage of that.
Definitely, and that's unfortunate for Team Rose having those communication issues in the Discord. So I did see that they said in chat that they were getting it fixed, so they are not going to call for the rehost. So hopefully that will not come, Discord will not come back to bite them and give them some more communication issues, because we definitely like to see a good game played. We don't like to see issues with teams. And they're going to go ahead and go back here down into Throne Room and try to secure this one as well. They did win the first fight as Molecular tried to push up into Cafe, and it looks like they're going to do their same thing, their same 5-man squad up into Cafe. Link going up onto the roof as well, though, droning out, and Daddy Satan is fully upstairs as that Jaeger into the hallway as well.
Well, a little bit different here this time, is they're not all 5 pushing over to the cafes. Daddy Satan seeing somebody aggressive on this cafe window, peeking back and forth, not going to find anything, no damage either way. But we have Link here on the hatch, ready to counsel somebody there.
Oh no, and there's
no.
Krill taking down a member of his team. That's Silver, but Daddy Satan's going to take down Krill. Kelly taking down Daddy Satan, trading off with Krill, and now that's 2 members of Molecular down. It's a 3v4 in Team Rose's favor, but excuse me, it doesn't look like they have any upstairs presence at this time anymore, as Team Rose is now all downstairs. Jaeger, the only one that was upstairs, as Tara is on the vigil again, but it looks like she's going to
she fell
elect
from the
to
top
stay
floor.
downstairs.
She was up there initially, but she fell off.
Now making yellow downstairs rotation. Link trying to open that hatch. Autumn's right underneath of it with Amazi. She does. Does she have the C4 still in hand, or was that the C4
No,
that went off?
That was her C4 that went out.
That was the C4 that went out.
It blew up a lot of the floor, but not Maverick at all, which I'm confused by. But all right, Tara taking a gunfight here over in the bathroom over by the yellow stairs. Ash is just going to be pushing it, and she'll lose it actually. A nice follow and a nice aggressive push to try to get that refrag there. So okay, so Link here, he started working on the hatch, but now he's out of his canister. He stopped working on it so he could try to come open up the wall, but he has nothing more. So once again, they're going to be forced to push into these doorways, which is a losing proposition for them here.
Definitely, it's not a good idea when you want to try to do that, and that's exactly why CCSW All-Star is going to take down Kelly, but Very is going to be able to refrag while I'm taking down Link as well. That's Very left to play, and if there's somebody you want, it's going to be Ash, but unfortunately, she's going to lose the gunfight to Wylime, and that's going to be Team Rose taking round 3 for themselves.
So the start of the attack that time, I feel, is a lot better. Obviously, it didn't end up better. It started better, but with the team kill and then the pick, yeah, that start of the attack was very poor. And then the Maverick attempting to start to open the hatch, and then halfway through saying, "Oh no, I would need to go for the wall." Not having enough gas. That's a huge, huge mistake, as that forces you once again just into the avenues that the defenders have and are prepared for. And then, you know, they brought it down to even numbers, which was good. But their hard breach is having a lot of issues with opening up those walls properly and allowing and giving the attack those extra angles to push in from. And it's really biting them in the butt, as they just can't get anything. The rest of the team's putting in some good work, but if you don't have a breach to push through, it's not going to work in your favor.
Definitely not on Throne Room. Throne Room is one of the ones you definitely need to get one of those walls open to set up some sightline holds for your team. Some of them can push in through those doorways, but just having the only ability to push into the doorways is going to end up like that for you 99% of the time, and just like it did for Molecular on that round. We see Team Rose here now coming back up into the office in initiation as well. And they're going to try to hopefully hold this in their favor. And we'll see if Molecular decides to push it the same way. Last time they were able to win this one, as they took full-on control room holding the back angle as well, and then pushing into initiation to take down the Terra on the Goya.
Oh, I think Tara went for a cheeky little peek out of cash on the balcony and did a lot of damage.
Dude, that's Link looking at about 35 health, it looks like.
there it is again. No breaching charges, and so they have to use a Zofia impact
Bomb
on the
located
hatch.
by attackers.
And like I said before, Maverick could open the hatch, but they were electing to just keep him on the balcony, keep him droning at first, and instead using one of the Zofia impacts on the wall, on the hatch, I mean, sorry. And you can see this time as well, they have a bulletproof setup in initiation, and they have Autumn as well as Terra playing inside of initiation, so they know they're not able to easily push into initiation, just kind of full send it.
Definitely, Molecular still making some good use of drones. We're going to see some smoke going out here from All-Star. She's going to end Silver, trying to take down that wall into Cash. And I believe he's going to get it. There's nobody to deny it here right now. He's going to go ahead and get that. And then Autumn's now down, and I'm not sure where she got down from.
She got down from Barry inside of Cash. I also want to point out that is the first time that a wall has actually successfully been opened by the hard breach.
There's Krill taking down Autumn. She was able to get picked up, but she's going to go ahead and peek out and then get taken down, and because it won't matter now. But Barry's going to take down Daddy Satan, and it's now in Molecular's favor at this point. They have all 5 members of their squad up, and there's only 3 left for Rose. And just as I say that, Terra is going to find one on the link. But they're going to open up this wall here, and let's see what Terra can do. She doesn't have a C4 any longer. She's going to peek out, and she's going to down one. Is she going to get the second one? She's going to have to pull out the pistol. She is going to get the double kill, and Vary's going to get one on the Y-line on the across the map as well. But Terra's going to take the knife onto Silver, and that's CCSW All-Star and Terra left to play for Team Rose, and Kelly and Vary left to play for Molecular. It's 2v2. It's even right now. And looks like they're just about even on the health there, as Kelly has a lot lost. That's Kelly going to take down All-Star as well. Are they going to find him? Kelly's going to find the last member, and that's Terra sitting in a control room as he's going to peek around with that G8, and it just being such a powerful weapon for IQ to have. And Molecular is going to secure a second round for themselves, bringing the split so far to 3-2 for this game.
G8 really does go burr. My.
It really do be like that.
And be like that too. So now here, if Molecular can manage to squeak out this last attack round here, that'll put him on a 3-3 split for Theme Park, which is actually fairly decent here. I'm not sure the win rates for attack defense on Theme Park yet. I haven't really admittedly watched a ton of Pro League on it. But regardless, if Molecular can get another round, I think they're sitting in a pretty good position
Defenders
to
protect
close it
your
out
bombs
on the
from being
defense
defused
especially.
by attackers.
Definitely. And here, Team Rose now going back up onto the second floor. They're going to have to make an adjustment here. Now they've let Molecular take 2 rounds, and I believe, but so far they were able to win the first and second throne room take, but they can no longer go to that site at this time.
Attackers have located a
And I
bomb.
believe we're able to take one here upstairs as well.
10 seconds left. Bomb located by attackers.
They were able to take one, I think the bunk round that they played. They've only played bunk once so far. This is their second time playing it. They've actually played all the sites 2 times now, except for Drug Lab. So they seem to have a fairly even rotation of all the sites.
Definitely. Drug Lab doesn't seem to be quite the meta anymore after this rework of Theme Park.
I've seen it played a couple times. I know. Excuse me. I think I've seen it. There it is. There's finally Link using Maverick to get the hatch open instead of a Zofia impact. They're learning. Good. I don't know. I think it was SSG. I've seen them play an extended drug hold into barrels and throne room, and I've seen it work. But I'm not sure if it's SSG. I may be quoting it entirely wrong. So I don't know. But I have seen an extended barrel and throne hold. So here inside of Cash, they're just going for the same wall again. They're trying to push in here. Emily's still inside the waiting room. That shield is going to be taken away from the Ash and Silver. He's going for the same wall again as that Mute Jammer is there. So he's hitting that same sidewall again. Will they be able to get the reach angle though now that they have a little side of the wall opened? That's the question. Will they be able to get the full wall opened?
We're going to go ahead and find out as All-Star takes a little bit of health loss here. But Tara's going to find that beautiful C4 right from below. And she's going to take down Zofia onto Krill. Very's going to really quickly take down Autumn with the R4C, though. And that is going to go ahead and even it up for these teams. There's just a little bit under half of the round left to play. And we see Molecular not posing a big threat here as a 5-man squad anymore, but they're going to split a little bit as we see a couple of them into control, and then Kelly over there watching the angle as well.
What I find interesting is that they have one Terra coming up here, actually the Dragon Stairs right now, but there's only one person over on the side of the office, and they're not electing to try to fully open the office wall. They're just leaving it kind of half open as is. Kelly is going to be moving, going to win the fight. They're taking a lot of damage up against Terra here, and Very pushing actually up all the way into initiation. So yeah, they're just getting the ping, swinging around, all the way up down to Daddy Satan inside of... wait a minute. No, actually not. Wait a minute. The top
She's going to take down Kelly. And that's a good crossfire there over. Didn't see her quite through the wall, but now it's just down to All-Star as Very's going to pick up a triple kill on this round. It's not going to matter. Link says, I'm just going to go ahead and grenade you. I'm not going to go ahead and try to win that gunfight. And going to go ahead and take down All-Star. She tries to move out, but just isn't quick enough. And that's Molecular now bringing it to a 3-3 split as they move on to their defensive rounds.
Well, so it seems like the first couple rounds were a fluke. They improved their utility usage. They started to do more diverse pushes instead of all just, rushing in through Cafe. So I want to give props to Molecular there. They really seem to be learning, listening from what's going on, learning the play style of Rose on Theme Park, at least on the defense, and adjusting to that well. As you see, they've taken now 3 rounds against them. I think it was 3 rounds up on defense for Team Rose, and then 3 rounds in a row for Molecular. So good work to them on that.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
Definitely here, and they're going to elect to go into Throne Room as their first one, just as we saw Team Rose do as well. They are going to bring the Kaid to go ahead and electrify those walls as well as the castle to castle off any of the doorways that they need, that they don't want Team Rose to be quite pushing. And so we'll see how Team Rose elects to push this on their first attack round.
10 seconds to go.
Well, we're seeing a fairly light roam presence up here. It looks like, there's going to be some pests, some information denial, some black eye cameras to give them some info, but no reinforcements really set up or put into use up here. And so it looks like it's just going to be a light roam, make them try to waste some time upstairs, and then just fall back pretty easily. They are going to be reinforcing the hatch though. Split, the blue hall is castle barricaded off. Krill's also castle barricading off the dragon door, so there is no way in. No way out, unless Krill, of course, takes in this castle barricade as I say that, because, they have to contradict me. And there's a breaching charge. The first breaching charge we've seen used on this match, on the control hatch. Autumn dropping into control. She sees the Valkyrie through the soft wall up in that corner, and she'll take care of it. Getting rid of the default as well, over by Dragon. They're droning forward here. They got rid of the pest, it looks like Autumn did, on the IQ, and they were just droning forward. They know there's no resistance, really. The only resistance they have is Very over inside of Bunk. She'll do a lot of damage onto Autumn Abe, and just run off. It's still being droned, but nope. Drop down onto Arcade. Run away with damage given, no damage taken. That's pretty good. Back inside. All 5 players are now on the site. They're doing the vertical play, but there's a C4 tossed up through the breach. I think that that Zofia had made through those bars on top of her. On top of her. Oh, she good, my guy? Kelly here, trying to reclaim the C4. He doesn't have the shotgun anymore, so destruction is not quite as easy for him to do. And the Maverick, yep, that's CCSW All-Star or Lissa. Another C4 going up straight into the same spot, and there it is. TC4 is in the exact same spot, will net 2 kills for the attackers of the defenders here. And Kelly through that, there's a drone hole right here. So he'll find Automate through it. Yellow breach being open. Kelly's still just playing around inside of the fireplace here, getting aggressive up towards the breach. Just trying to find something, waiting out. Down to Tara and Emily, 30 seconds. They do have the breach open, so it might be something. They have the ACOS to hold to challenge these angles that are set up. Flashbang going and will fully blind Kelly. Tara not pushing, not looking at any of the other angles. Kelly's no longer blind though. He'll swing around, and that's a quad kill for Kelly on the round with the Mozzie, C4s, and the Commando.
Apologize for that. Can you hear me just fine now?
I can hear you just fine now, yep.
All right. I apologize for that. I had a little bit of technical difficulties there.
No worries. The game shall go on.
Right. Game shall go on. I was able to see those wonderful 2 C4 kills here from Molecular, and Kelly picking up that 4K. That was good. That was good plays by Kelly there. Able to pick those up and bring his team now to 4-3 above Team Rose. Now making the split in their favor for the first time here in this matchup, and winning their first defense as well. We're going to see Molecular here now elect to go upstairs into that daycare room there as well, and also Kelly reinforcing off that cache wall, just as we saw Team Rose do as well. Silver's going to open up a sight line here into B to be able to rotate through, but then reinforce the other wall as well. And we'll see how Team Rose elects to push this one. And we did see Molecular pushing from the balcony on this site. We saw them one into Cafe, but then the other one into off the balcony to the east side. And they are going to, looks like, elect to do that as well.
Yeah, so doing this east push here, I do want to point out that these kind of extensions, especially for the bunk site here, these kind of extensions out on towards office, waiting room, initiation, those kind of have become the standard setups for these sites. So we'll see how Team Rose has if they've noticed that it's the kind of the standard default sites here, and I'm interested to see how they attack these sites in this setup. And I'm interested to see their utility usage, especially on these walls and on this site.
Scanning. Stay sharp.
We see still some good drone work here from Team Rose. They do know that Goyo here is into the vault. They're in office as well. Wylam's going to go ahead and take out the wall real quick. And that's a sight line there through into cache for Team Rose. Very looking at the sight line. Wylam's going to use her second drone as well as All-Star. Still trying to find last remaining members of Molecular. Steady Satan's here full on into bathroom watching her sight line. And they should know that the Goyo is there as he has been droned out. Link taking out the drone real quick, but not before he was seen. There's Automate picking up the first kill of this match, and that's Very, but Silver's going to go ahead and refrag for his team. Link taking down Terra, and Daddy Satan also refragging. That's Wylime taking down Link as well, and there's a lot of gunfights there all at once. Just over a minute left to play, and now it's a 2v3 in Team Rose's favor.
Yeah, good crossfire setup, good refrags coming out from Rose, and also a lot of good efficiency. They droned out. They knew where some of the defenders were. They also had a refrag set up for the person inside of vault. So Autumn was able to push up, get a frag. you know, overall, a very solid push so far, and they definitely came out on top. That's what I like to see so far.
They all start taking a little bit of health loss there. Your Wylime's the only member of Rose with 100 health, as both Molecular team members have full health on their side, but they are still down on the man count here. We see Rose having one down into office and then the other two electing to push. Kelly's going to peek real quick above that shield and take down Daddy Satan through the rotate hole. Now he's going to go ahead and elect to push up, but is he going to find the Jackal? He is. Kelly's going to find a triple kill, and that's all the members of Rose down there. Kelly picking up a triple kill. He was the man on the Mozzie, picking up the 4K before. He is going to go ahead and defuse and take a farther split for his team as Molecular goes up now 5-3 against Rose.
Well, it seems to be the name of the game is attacks starting out well, good efficiency at first, and then just slowing down and kind of stalling out a little bit, especially towards the end there. You know, when the Thermite and the Zofia were trying to push through initiation into bunks. Yeah, that's bunks. It was down to 15 seconds. They had to get the plant off. The Jackal was trying to cover best he can, but with the pinch coming out and a very nice shot by Kelly onto the Zofia of Daddy Satan, you know, with the limited time they had, it really was not. It came down to a time crunch there at the end, and that seems to be the way it goes for all of our attacks so far.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So now winning both bunk and armory and throne, they're going to be going onto initiation, which seems to be the preferred site over a drug lab. I would like to see drug lab be played here, just to see, you know, how some of these teams set it up. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it happens, great.
Your Molecular going to do, looks like kind of the same setup here that Rose had in office, and they're going to elect to also go into initiation. And I believe Team Rose, if you're Team Rose right now, you're probably pushing about the same way that you did before, and there they are, all going up to the balcony, just like we saw Molecular do, and going to be using heavy droning here. We see Autumn still on the bottom there. I wonder if she'll be pushing in from below. It looks like she will.
This is an interesting
She's now
decision
fully
for the
on
Might
in.
here. Well, first of all, okay, Sarah does see one of the magnets, and so it's not gonna be caught just by then. But the other one won't be spotted. It'll catch the air jab, and that'll waste one of them. Another magnet goes down. Tara's not gonna use another air jab there, and this is actually a really interesting position here by Kelly. Placed up on top of the dragon. You have the control hatch, which is being watched by Silver, waiting for somebody to try to go for that. And you're really throwing the attackers through a loop here because they're not sure what to do about the shields. They're all just stuck outside here on the balcony or Autumn May down below over by Yellow, inside of lockers.
Definitely, and the only way to get rid of these shields right now is to use that utility here from either Zofia, but there's Silver going to take down Kara. She tries to hop into the window, wasn't able to pick it up. Autumn's going to take one on to Krill as well. That's the Jaeger now down. She's going to rotate back down through into Dragon, and we'll see if she sees... Oh, but there's Kelly behind the shield. She didn't know he was there. Not sure if we didn't get the call out for that shield there, or if Tara didn't know that the shield was there when she came inside. But that's Autumn just barely being missed by Kelly. She's going to work her way up. Is Kelly going to know she's coming up? He isn't, as Autumn's going to win that gunfight. And now that shield is useless for Kelly, as he's now down on the round. And it's a 3v4 in Team Rose's favor.
I will say, though, he wasted a lot of time and got some good damage onto the attackers. So I think it was a very, very good use of his time there. Krill being lost was unfortunate, and then Silver getting another frag now here, again, just making it even worse for the attackers, as they're now even on manpower and low on time.
Definitely still was a good use of that time waste. Very is going to go ahead and pick up Autumn here now. And now it's the man count is now in Molecular's favor. There's a C4 coming out from Very, but he's not going to go ahead and pick up anybody. Daddy Satan, the only member of Team Rose to have full health, as All-Star is very low.
10 seconds.
Probably not going to win that gunfight, but she does instead. Even she does the pre-fire and beats the shotgun on that gunfight. Very good shot there by Daddy Satan. Is she going to be able to do it? She's not. The time will run out, unfortunately, on her, and not going to be able to win the gunfight against Very, as Very goes around the wall and saves himself the time. And that's going to bring Molecular now to match point against Team Rose.
Drug lab, please. Drug lab, please. Drug lab, please. And it's Armory. Of course.
I'm not sure we're going to get Drug Lab on this type of a competition style league. It would be very interesting to see, but I don't think we're gonna get it there, Mr. Ted.
I don't know. I mean, if anybody ever takes Ammo Rock to theme park, I can tell you that we might have something for Drug Lab.
I'm sure you do.
Just saying. Speaking as the coach.
Right. Of course. But here's Molecular now on match point against Team Rose. Team Rose did really well on those defenses there, but unfortunately have not been able to pick up any attacking rounds. They need to make an adjustment against this Molecular team, and we've seen them get very, very close and get some really good refrags. We've seen them get some really good crossfires being picked up, but Molecular doing a really good job of wasting their time.
Absolutely, especially with that last round, Kelly on top of Dragon. Just they finally cleared him out at about a minute. That's when they finally took control of that and had full control of Cash and
5
control.
seconds to go.
And that was an especially efficient and a
Attackers are moving out to
unexpected,
locate a bomb and
I will
defuse it.
say, very unexpected position.
You know, one of the things I just want to really go back to is that Smoke sitting in right on the other side of the wall from control room, and Daddy Satan pushing in with the Zofia, and Smoke had every opportunity to win that gunfight in that very close quarters matchup right there between the two with the shotgun. That's a very good shotgun to have, and Daddy Satan doing the right thing and pre-firing around the corner, knowing that he's there, and winning the gunfight against that shotgun was very impressive to watch.
Very impressive. I'm upset that I changed off of Daddy Satan to watch the Smoke instead, but it's the way it goes. So now we see here a very heavy push coming up from the upstairs. It's the same as the last attack that they had for this throne room. My only question is, will they be more prepared for the C4s this time, or will the C4s net them 2 kills through the holes that the attackers opened themselves?
A bomb has been
You
located.
can see the drones coming in here into dorms. See the mute playing behind this little half wall thing with the matches there. Terra's in dorms, and Very's just gonna drop and run away, and he's gone. He's out of there. He was ready for that. He was ready to just move away as soon as any pressure was felt.
Definitely. It looks like while I'm trying to drone out, and Terra trying to find Very, knows that he dropped, trying to follow him down. See her jump just over. There's a C4 kill, but it won't quite get up there. He did try to get it just onto that corner of the ceiling, but not able to come up with it, and he'll have to try to just net it there. But All-Star getting the kill onto Kelly through the ceiling there. Terra getting one onto Very as well. And now it's a 5v3 in Rose's favor, but they don't have a lot of time to work with this. Autumn finding one onto Krill as well. They need to either get that plant down or go for frags. Link trading off, going and getting the Autumn here with Kaid. 30 seconds left for Team Rose to make something happen. There's Tara flashing herself. That is unfortunate, as the angle looked correct on the doorway, but unfortunately was not. That's just Siege for you sometimes, but she's going to go ahead and pick up the double kill, and then the triple, and that's Tara finding a triple kill to go ahead and close out the round, not having a whole lot of time left, and she's going to go ahead and win that round for Rose. And that's a little bit funny on my end. I apologize. Just after the flash came out, she said, no, screw this. I'm going to run in and just get these last 2 kills and secure this round for my team. And I know everybody saw that flash most likely, so I've got to make up for it. So, and we did see the flash, Tara, but it was impressive to see the 2K at the end as well.
It definitely was, and Rose broke through the defenses there finally. They pushed him out very efficiently upstairs, very aggressive on the upstairs push as well, made him get out of there quick. Tara on the Nomad chased down that roamer, I think was Mute over in the bathroom side. They got the picks through the floors without getting the C4s. Now, admittedly, the C4s were a little bit messed up on the defense's part by Kaid, but the second C4 also by Mozzie, it landed properly, but it did not hit as well. So they were able to use it at the floors without getting C4'd. They were able to find the pick through there, and then Tara was able to get that pick on the roamer over by Drug Lab, and that really allowed them to focus on the site itself. So it, a very good attack, a good pinch, especially by Autumn and Dragon, Tara over by Blue, and then the wall being opened itself. So overall, a very good attack, and a lot better than the first time we saw them attack Throne Room.
5 seconds left.
Did he just run through the barricade?
And yes, on my screen it looked like that as well. But just like we said, that's Siege sometimes for you. It's not the most well prepared comp game, but we still all love to hate it. So we're gonna see now them down into Throne Room again, and Rose now electing to go onto the balcony just as they did before. They're going to take that top-down push using heavy drones. Tara, we see her trying to put that no maggots, no Kelly with a shield playing on that hallway right outside the control room. And they're going to probably be able to take this upstairs take as soon as they figure out that their drones are clear to push in.
Now that Varys moved out of initiation, and I missed it. I wasn't able to catch it in real time, but Autumn did try to nade through the drone hole onto right behind the throne. Didn't net anything, unfortunately, and now Very unable to open the hatch this time, so he's going to have to drop over the balcony on into Arcade if he wants anything. He's going to do a lot of damage back to Autumn. That is a long-range gunfight, and both of them will come out very, very hurt. Pretty much one shot from any gun at this point. And Crow will open the door, and Vary's back in sight, and there it is. All 5 defenders are now back on straight, and they'll start to do that vertical play once again.
Here's the first time we're seeing All-Star onto the Ash for this matchup. Was playing some other operators there before, but she's going to actually elect to take the G36 and take the top down and try to push them out just the same way she did, but with a different operator. And that is Wildline now taking down the hatch right into that connector hallway between the 2 sites. There's Link just missing the shots, just barely. And that was almost a good kill there with Kaid on the Link. But Rose, not a lot of time here once again to play this matchup against Molecular into Throne Room. All 5 members of both teams are still up. They're going to have to do something with now it counting down to the 30-second mark.
Only 1 smoke canister is left. There's nothing to deny the wall here on main. It's going open, and it will be opened up. So they do have the wall open. Automate will be down by Krill. Krill is low HP though as well. Terra doesn't have anything to get through the castle barricade on blue, so it's really going to be up to the push here through maintenance to really make something happen. And well, there's 3 people looking at it, so nothing's really going to happen. Link will get one. Terra will refrag, but the kill feed just comes alive, almost all in favor of Molecular, and that's it. Molecular will take theme park and finally get their last defense closed out.
That is, and that's a lot of kills there in the kill feed within the last 10 seconds of that round. And unfortunately for Rose, it's going to go in Molecular's favor. And they went out here, just like you said, 7-4 against Team Rose. And we're going to go ahead and throw it to break here. And I believe, do we have one more matchup tonight, or was
No.
that it because of the